Obviously, one of the major outcomes for your schooling in university is that you can one day have an amazing business or work in amazing business in products and services that you're passionate about. Look at this little video clip on Chick-fil-A. We really want to also focus on industry and entrepreneurship and how people built great businesses in these video clips.
When you go to headquarters in Atlanta, there is this rock with a quote from Truett that is displayed prominently that says what Chick-fil-A's corporate purpose. It says, to glorify God by being a faithful steward of all that is entrusted to us, to have a positive influence on all who come in contact with Chick-fil-A. I do think that reflects this very higher, noble sense of company self they have. They believe they do more than just serve chicken sandwiches.
This is the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich, which according to multiple industry surveys, is America's favorite fast food. Visit a Chick-fil-A anywhere in the United States and you're likely to see a long line of customers patiently waiting to order the restaurant's flagship menu item.
There you guys go.
In part thanks to its famous chicken, today Chick-fil-A is the third largest U.S. restaurant chain by domestic sales.
We're still seeing tremendous growth in our business. So far this year, we're up about 20%.
So, how did this private Atlanta-based fast food chain become one of the most popular restaurants in America? This is the economics of Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A has long had a unique approach to business that the company credits with its success. From the beginning, Chick-fil-A's business was built on a recipe. After testing hundreds of methods, restaurateur Truett Cathy developed a faster way to cook boneless chicken using a pressure cooker and peanut oil.
It's perfect, and so we've kept that locked away in a vault, and we'll continue to use that same recipe.
None of the employees have access to it, so it is still shrouded in a lot of mystery. There are recipe sites where you can try to recreate it, but they have never put it out officially.
The original chicken sandwich is the same today as in 1967. A breaded breast of chicken, 2 pickles, both placed on a buttered toasted bun.
Hey, Chick-fil-A today, Chick-fil-A, the boneless breast of chicken we're famous for.
Chick-fil-A has long taken pride for its commitment to selling a high-quality product.
In fact, Chick-fil-A's name is a take on chicken filet with a capital A at the end symbolizing top quality. While other fast food chains tend to expand their menu offerings over time to attract new customers, Chick-fil-A's business model has always been to maintain a small menu focused on chicken sandwiches.
They like to say it's simple, so they want to keep customers knowing what's on that menu to be able to easily decipher what they want.
We think about the way that we serve guests. That consistency is really important, that we get hot sandwiches, cold salads, and just tasty products.
Customers seem to agree. Since its creation in 2015, the American Customer Satisfaction Index has been dominated by Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A often rates very high, even though the service in the drive-thru can be slower. People are very happy with the quality of the service they get in general.
Today, many Chick-fil-A restaurants use a practice known as upstream ordering, where an associate will take a customer's order while they're still waiting in line.
This started before the pandemic, but has really proved very important during the pandemic when they closed their dining rooms, which really meant the drive-thru is the major channel of sales. So if you go to a Chick-fil-A now, in many locations, you will see workers out in the drive-thru with tablets. And so instead of speaking into a speaker box and kind of mumbling your order, you're telling this person directly next to your car what you want.
To ensure that quality in every one of its locations, Chick-fil-A uses a different franchise model than most other fast food chains. Unlike most chains, where the franchisee covers most of the costs of opening the restaurant, Chick-fil-A owns every one of its locations. The company also selects the locations and builds the restaurants.
We really think that that's a key differentiator in the way that we operate. We're not looking for a financial investor or people that want to buy a big market and open a bunch of stores.
Chick-fil-A states on their website, franchising is not an opportunity for passive financial investment, working from the sidelines, or adding to a portfolio of business ventures. Franchisees are called operators, and each operator is handpicked by Chick-fil-A after a rigorous interview process.
Chick-fil-A likes to say it's about like going to Harvard MBA. It can take anywhere from 12 months to 24 months. So you really have to want to do this and be willing to go through the initial paperwork, but then extensive interviews.
Out of the more than 8,000 applicants Chick-fil-A receives annually, the company only selects about 130 new operators a year. That's an acceptance rate lower than Stanford.
One of the skills that we really look for is somebody that's really good at developing people. A lot of the stores having over 100 employees, they've got to be really, really good at pouring in and developing people and teams and leadership teams.
If selected, Chick-fil-A franchisees need only an initial investment of $10,000, which covers the franchise fee to become an operator. That's much lower than the startup cost for a McDonald's franchise, which requires a $45,000 franchise fee as well as $1.3 to $2.3 million of additional investment.
If they've had 10 or 15 locations, it's hard to have that market presence and to really know their team members and the communities that we serve. And we've got a lot of interest to become operators and feel like that model is going to be really important. It's what's gotten us to where we are.
Chick-fil-A credits this hands-on approach with the success of its restaurants, which on average make far more off of each location than their competition. For years, Chick-fil-A's footprint was mostly in the Southeast, but today they can be found across the country.
They have about 2,600 restaurants throughout the country. They're also located in Canada, and they are opening in Puerto Rico.
We're opening about 100 stores a year right now, and we've got a lot of growth potential here just domestically in the United States, but we're also looking at international as well.
Since 2007, Chick-fil-A has nearly doubled its restaurant count to 2,598.
Compared to a lot of other chains, that's still slow, like a Chipotle is opening 200 restaurants a year.
No matter which Chick-fil-A location you eat at, the company says its values are reflected in its day-to-day operations.
It is a very close culture. They're also invested in its values, which they do say are based on Christian values, which take some of these basic values of humility and generosity. And if you want to go to a prayer service while you're there, you certainly can.
From its inception, founder Truett Cathy's Christian faith played a major role in the company's business strategy. It's why Chick-fil-A's are never open on Sunday, not just so workers can attend church, but also so they can rest in general.
We feel like we make up for the sales in the Monday through Saturday.
It's also the reason the company has never gone public.
I don't think we will ever, actually I know we'll never go public. And there's not a real benefit for us to do that. We've grown conservatively, and so we don't need a lot of investors or extra cash to go and to build new stores or new businesses.
Part of Cathy's values are reflected in how employees are treated and how they're expected to treat customers.
Thank you. My pleasure. Y'all have a great day.
Although you won't see it, in restaurants where the employees are masked up, Chick-fil-A has long asked employees to greet customers warmly with a smile.
Even if it's just in a very small interaction, you can share a lot by just the smile that a team member has with guests. It's just a small little thing that we can do that makes a difference.
The company's foundation in the last year has focused its charitable giving on 3 different areas: homelessness, hunger, and education. When you go to headquarters in Atlanta, there is this rock with a quote from Truett that is displayed prominently that says what Chick-fil-A's corporate purpose. It says, to glorify God by being a faithful steward of all that is entrusted to us, to have a positive influence on all who come in contact with Chick-fil-A. I do think that reflects this very higher, noble sense of company self they have. They believe they do more than just serve chicken sandwiches.
We hope that one day you can be passionate about your business and turn your passion into a business. Look at these people that are turning what they really love to do into businesses. Then you don't have to wake up every morning thinking, oh, I got to go to work. You jump out of bed. You're not thinking about, oh, I wish it's weekends. You actually look forward to Mondays.
suburban neighborhood just a little north of Calgary, and today I want to show you how you can have a home-based business growing microgreens and you can scale it. These guys here, this operation is called Micro Acres, and these guys are doing about $10,000 a month in revenue for their microgreen, and it's two people running it, husband and wife team, working about 40 hours a week, and they're doing those kind of numbers in their basement. So we're gonna go check this basement out.
My name is David.
My name is Kristen.
We live in Airdrie, Alberta, and this is our little microgreen farm, Micro Acres. We're again in Airdrie, Alberta, just a little bit north of Calgary, and we're sitting in about 400 square feet of germinating area and grow area. We're running right now about 170 racks, give or take, between both germinating off to your left here. And yeah, this is the main growing area here. So we have 5 fans running simultaneously 24/7. University of Calgary actually takes quite a bit of our product, as they developed a whole new program for bringing health nutrition to the students. So they did a big revamp last year and added a bunch of food stations. So we do about 9 different greens to them, one of them being wheatgrass, so they can do the juicing, radishes, broccoli, and they're adding that really cool culture of healthy microgreens to their products instead of having the typical cafeteria food, pizzas, and that's 40 hours cumulative between the two of us.
Okay,
that's not 40 hours
two
each.
Of you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah, so that's 40 hours combined total between harvesting, cutting, deliveries. Tuesday is bright and early. We're up by 3 a.m. and we do all our cutting. So we cut from 3 a.m. to about 6 a.m.
Yeah.
And we can cut about 90 trays in the time, and that's including packaging.
So then our daughters are both up at 6:30,
so
and then we're basically free to
Right.
So to be parents.
Exactly. So
to
an
get
hour
them
and a
ready
half
for school,
for
things like
school,
that.
breakfast, for us to enjoy that family. There's got to be that balance in life, and that's what I've learned running restaurants. You know, you're running 18-hour days.
Forget it.
I don't mind running 18-hour days as long as there's like a purpose behind it. But this is in our own home. Our kids are down here. They're able to test product. So all those.
You don't have to have a dream. Americans on talent shows always talk about their dreams. Fine, if you have something you've always wanted to do, dreamed of, like in your heart, go for it. I never really had one of these dreams, and so I advocate passionate dedication to the pursuit of short-term goals. Be micro-ambitious. Put your head down and work with pride on whatever is in front of you. You never know where you might end up. Just be aware the next worthy pursuit will probably appear in your periphery, which is why you should be careful of long-term dreams. If you focus too far in front of you, you won't see the shiny thing out the corner of your eye. 2, don't seek happiness. Get busy and aim to make someone else happy, and you might find you get some as a side effect. 6, be a teacher. Please, please, please be a teacher. Teachers are the most admirable and important people in the world. You don't have to do it forever, but if you're in doubt about what to do, be an amazing teacher. Even if you're not a teacher, be a teacher. Share your ideas. Don't take for granted your education. Rejoice in what you learn and spray it. 7, define yourself by what you love. I found myself doing this thing a bit recently where if someone asks me what sort of music I like, I say, well, I don't listen to the radio because pop song lyrics annoy me. Or if someone asks me what food I like, I say, I think truffle oil is overused and slightly obnoxious. And I see it all the time online, people whose idea of being part of a subculture is to hate Coldplay or football or feminists or the Liberal Party. We have a tendency to define ourselves in opposition to stuff. As a comedian, I make my living out of it. But try to also express your passion for things you love. Be demonstrative and generous in your praise of those you admire. Send thank you cards and give standing ovations. Be pro stuff, not just anti stuff. 8, respect people with less power than you. I have in the past made important decisions about people I work with, agents and producers, big decisions based largely on how they treat the wait staff in the restaurants we're having the meeting in. I don't care if you're the most powerful cat in the room, I will judge you on how you treat the least powerful. So there. 9, finally, don't rush. You don't need to already know what you're going to do with the rest of your life. Don't panic. Best filled by learning as much as you can about as much as you can, taking pride in whatever you're doing, having compassion, sharing ideas, running, being enthusiastic, art and kids and giving and mountain climbing, but you know all that stuff already. It's an incredibly exciting thing.